I'm going to share something with you guys that would give you a clear picture of what I'm going to be talking about next. This is a spreadsheet that I had shared before. I think that I shared it when I was doing revealing the concept of FU. Where is it here? No, where is it? Well, okay, there we go. Remember, the compensation plan I introduced is based on 10 people. That everybody getting involved as an affiliate finds 10 people to get involved with the FU project. Now, based on that, and how you get those 10 people, it was based on a very conservative, extremely conservative number of 2 per month. So everybody's goal is to go out and introduce FU to 2 people per month. So if you're doing 2 per month and your goal is to get 10, it will take you 5 months to get you 10. So and that's basically the idea here is to encourage everybody to do exactly that, to duplicate that process. Go out and find 2 people per month. In 5 months, you have your 10 people, and then that's all you need to do. No, you don't need to do any more, because at 10 people, you can easily supplement your current income, replace your current income completely, so you no longer have to depend on a current system. Now, if you read up here, current group membership, 500, because I figured with the members of Global Facts, my group, the numbers of listeners we have on Global Fact Radio, which is over 200, and the members of the forum members Dean have on his forum, and considering the amount of positive feedback I have been getting in email ever since we put out the feeler about FU back in November, I didn't think it was at all impossible. Once FU launches, the day that we actually launch it, would easily get 500 members to sign up right away. So I figured the starting point of 500 is not impossible to achieve. If these 500 each do 2 per month, go out and get to 2 people per month, look at these numbers here. By the 7th month, we'll have over 1 million members on board. So FU was not just about making money. It's about multiplying our numbers at a fast rate. Because we only have a 1 year to 2 year window, really, before the authorities find out about what we're doing and try to shut us down. So my goal is to implement a system that will multiply the members at an exponential rate, that within that 2 year window that we have, we get as much people on board so that we become a force to reckon with. So based on 2 people a month, by month 7, we'd have over 100. But look over here, by month 3, we'd have 13,500. So 3 months into it, if everybody does their work, goes out and does 2 people a month, by 3rd month, we'd have 13,500. Numbers don't lie, guys. I didn't put that number in there. That's an equation. So you can read up here, there's an equation that calculates this automatically. I didn't just type in 13,500. Okay? Now, let's round that down to 10,000, not 13,000. Now, do the math. At 10,000 membership of FU, each one paying the $20 per month affiliate fee. That's $200,000 per month, every single month. Now, if those 10,000 also pay their $100 one-time sign-up fee, that's $1 million. So Dean, he obviously sees this. He's not stupid. He sees how fast the numbers are going to grow. That's why he's requesting to have full control of those administration fees. So by 3rd month, if we reach that goal of 10,000, which I don't think is undoable, if it's only 2 per month, guys. Okay, but even if it's only 5,000, still a big chunk of money. He wants full control of that, which means he will have $1 million to his disposal, plus an additional $200,000 per month every month. And not to mention that every month the membership is going to grow, because by 4th month, based on this growth rate of 2 per month, it will be 40,500, Fifth month, 121,500. Sixth month, 364,500, and so on. Even worst case scenario, if everybody brings only one person per month, there, I've changed it to one person. By the third month, there's 4,000 members. By the fourth month, 8,000 members. By the fifth month, 16,000 members, and so on. The growth is exponential, guys. So do the math. That's what Dean wants to control. He wants full control of those administration fees. So, yeah, if I had full control of administration fees, I wouldn't want to go promote either. Why would I want to go out and promote when I can just sit there and just keep the administration fees at my disposal? I don't know why this is so difficult for some people to see. But anyway, okay. Chat room is open. I'm unlocking it now. Go ahead. Tell me how wrong I am. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. If you have any comments, I'm happy to address them. If you simply think I'm a jerk, you're all the power to you, fine. Because remember, I'm not here to solicit your support. I'm here to open your eyes to what's really going on. Okay? Dean Clifford is not who he portrays himself to be, and I'm not the only one who thinks that. There are people who have approached me and told me that they've had personal experiences with him, and he is all about money. Those are the exact words they've said, okay? He is not who he says he is, but he does a very good job of hiding who he really is. I'm not afraid to say that to his face either. I'm not talking behind his back. As a matter of fact, I hope he's listening to this. And if I ever see him face to face, I'll go up to him and say, you are nothing but a fucking liar and a deceiver and a manipulator. End of story. That's my opinion. Do I want you to think that way? That's up to you. You decide what you want to do. My job is to reveal the evidence. It's up to you to decide what you wish to do with it. But that doesn't mean I can't have my own opinion of what I think of Dean Clifford. This is for that reason. Once I learned the stuff about Dean, because I admit, when I was still in negotiations with Dean, when I was talking to him about this, I was fooled by him just like everybody else was fooled by him. I bought into his crap. But then my eyes were opened. And when that happened, I realized associating a project as big as FU that can make a difference in the world and associating with only one person, one educator, is a huge mistake. Big. Because he has, he's got, if he's the only one providing the knowledge, how do we know the knowledge he's providing is good? We'd have to take his word for it. Okay, well, some of you were interested in, I'm reading here, DX Radio was saying that you wanted to, I don't know, DX Radio still there? I guess he's gone. Okay. But there was someone else also was saying that they're interested in doing, making comments or, oh no, you asked a question. Where was it here? Just trying to read back. Has Dean commented on his conflict at any time? I'll approve that one so it becomes visible to everybody. Okay. Oh no, I approved the wrong one. Sorry. There we go. So Talk Radio says, has Dean commented on his conflict at any time? And I'm going to move this here onto the main screen so it would be shared on the video. There we go. So the question was, has Dean commented on his conflict at any time? I'm not quite sure what you mean by commented. After the last audio, which I'm going to air next time because I won't have time to do it now, there's one more audio that I have to air. And that would be it. That was my last conversation with Dean. So after that audio, Dean kind of went silent for about a few days because remember I unveiled the concept of a few on March 18th, and then 8 days later, on March 26th, he made that post on the forum. I don't know if you read that post or not. On his forum, he said that he has been involved in an experiment for the last 5 months, which is basically when I first proposed this concept to him back in October. And it's all been part of a social experiment to prove some point. And that nobody but himself and 3 or 4 people were aware of this. And everybody was kind of in the dark on this. And that he was never, liking the concept of a few. He never liked it. But you read his email. He said himself that he supports it 100%. So he made this. I guess he was not expecting me to reveal all this stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe it was all trap. I don't know. I don't know. Something was different about him the moment he got out of jail. He was flip-flopping back and forth, forgetting agreements we've made, forgetting discussions we talked about. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say. So are there any questions? I apologize. I was hoping to cover both audio recordings today. But it looks like we're running out of time. I'll have to do another episode probably on Tuesday, if not next Saturday. And that will conclude the full disclosure process, and then I'll lay the whole thing to rest. I think I did my job of revealing the evidence, and it's up to you guys to decide who you think Dean Clifford is. If you think he's who he is, and you want to continue to follow him, all the power to you, man. No hard feelings. We're part of his friends. You go be with Dean. You follow his teachings. You follow what he tells you, and good luck on your path. That's all I can say, really. Okay, any questions, any comments? Still waiting. If none, then I'm going to shut her down. Well, actually, only one person can pose a question. That's Freedom and Abundance, because he's the only one signed in. Everybody else is a guest, and you can't pose a question or make a comment as a guest. And there are nobody on the panel that want to ask questions on the air. Okay. So I guess that will be it. You guys think whatever you want to think of me. If you think I was wrong for disclosing this information, that's your opinion. To me, there is no gray area when it comes to 100% transparency and truth. Either you want to be fully transparent, if you expect full, complete transparency, or you don't. There is no in between. Okay, these discussions that Dean and I were having were not private discussions. I don't consider them private discussions. These discussions affect the project of a few, which in turn affects everybody. And I believe that everybody has a right to know what was said. Nevertheless, I did do the honorable thing and gave Dean plenty of time to come forward and answer questions that I had for him, following his questionable posts that he made on his forum. He never stepped forward. And although he's made a statement several times now that he's going to disclose what his plan is, he still hasn't done that. And I'll tell you why. I'm predicting here, and I may be wrong, but I doubt it. I'm predicting that he's waiting for me to fully disclose everything. Once I'm done, then he'll come out with his thing. He'll probably say something along the lines, yeah, like I told you guys in my post back on March 26th that I was part of an experiment. Of course, I had to say all those things to Tony to make him buy it. He'll come up with some story, and a lot of people will buy it. A lot of people will swallow it, hook, line, and sinker. Because you know what? People, I believe some people are still not ready to be awakened. They're not ready. They don't have critical enough thinking to question things. And I'm one of them. I was guilty. You know, I admit it. I swallowed the Dean Clifford pill like everybody else did. And some people accuse me of doing this out of bitterness and out of that I feel left behind by Dean. I do admit I get upset when I read that email because it's like, because I'm thinking the nerve of this guy. Like, where does he get the balls to come forward and ask to have full control of the administration fees? Like, who the fuck does he think he is? He thinks like what? Because he's Dean Clifford, that he's entitled to control, you know, this large sums of money that would be coming into the organization to be at his full disposal. Bullshit. I would never allow that. So that email upsetted me in a way because like, I'm thinking like he's got a lot of nerve, especially since him and I discussed this very clearly months before, weeks before, several times, more than once, and we already agreed how is the administration fees going to be handled. But I guess he figured he could probably outsmart me. He figured if he thought that maybe I'm all about money, that if he gives me, like he said, a nice salary, a big salary, and that I'm going to be, and if he gives me 100% sign-ups from the radio show, if he dangles that carrot before my eyes, then I'm going to bite and tell him, oh, okay, sweet deal, let's do that then. There's no way. My integrity will never be sold for any amount of money. But to answer the allegations that I'm doing this out of bitterness or that I feel behind, no, actually, and to be honest with you guys, I'm actually extremely glad that this did happen. Because imagine, for example, if you're getting married, you're going to marry somebody, when would you want to find out the true colors? Before you actually say I do or afterwards? I mean, it's a rhetorical question. Of course, it's before. Well, this is the same thing. I'm kind of glad Dean Clifford showed his true colors before FU was launched. God knows what kind of a tragic thing it would have been if this all happened after we had launched FU. So those people are wrong. I count my blessings, and I'm grateful that this happened now before FU launched. So no, it's not out of bitterness. Nevertheless, I find it is my duty and responsibility to expose the truth so that people have all the information so they can make an educated decision. And that decision is all up to you, whether it's to support Dean or not support Dean or not support anybody. That's entirely up to you. It doesn't matter to me. I did my job. The ball is now in your court. Thank you all for listening. And this concludes episode 3 of the Full Disclosure, the Dean Clifford Files. There will be another 45-minute audio recording of my last conversation with him. It's actually 43 minutes and 32 seconds to be exact. And that will be aired next episode 4, which will be the final one. And I'm not quite sure yet if that will be on this coming Tuesday or next Saturday. I'd have to check my schedule because I was not planning to go into episode 4. But I guess, you can't control this. This took longer than I thought. All right, so we'll see you next episode. Don't forget, this Monday, we have Stan McDonald coming back with the topic of solutions for mortgages and loans. Anyway, I'm not sure what happened there, if you can hear me. But that's our session for tonight. Have a good night.